Hi guys, in the interest of covering all bases, I wanted to make put another layer of meaning on at least this finger here, or this hand here with these four fingers. So I already talked about the 4th of August and how that appears to be total devastation, could be linked to 4 missile launches or 4 nuclear detonations. We'll see. But I also think that before he gets on to show the 3 and the 4, he shows the 10 and the 10. And I think that's given a double layer of meaning. So not just 10, 10, 3 and 4 being 27, and then the 3 and the 4 being the 3rd of August and the 4th of August, but the 10, 10 being associated with the 3, as in 23, and the 10, 10 being associated with the 4 in terms of 24. And I think that may be related to this month. Now, this is all just guesswork, as much of it is. This doesn't have as much backing as the others do. But considering the events that are taking place at the moment with Donald Trump and Putin and the calls for impeachment and treason and other things alongside it, Russia watching out for the death of Donald Trump, assassination style like Kennedy, me talking about it for the last couple of months as well, it puts a little bit of emphasis on the particular subject. So on the 23rd of July, which is in 2 days' time, I'm thinking if that is connected with the hands and the 3 over here, and it's connected to a burning house, I think we might hear news of a fire at that time. I don't know if it's going to be another Trump Tower fire. We've already had 2 this year, or if it would be Mar-A-Lago, as the 3 can also translate to an M. So I'm just putting a little warning on that. Watch out for if there is a fire. A large-scale one. It doesn't have to be Mar-a-Lago or Trump Tower. It could be something else. But looking out for that kind of event on the 23rd. And then on the 24th, we've got the hangman. So if that's 23 and that's 24, we've got the hangman behind. And I'm thinking on the 25th, Paul Manafort is expected to appear in court in Alexandria to start his trial. And he, unlike Michael Cohen and the other people that have been Mike Flynn and stuff like that, he hasn't flipped or hasn't shown any signs of flipping. But his trial is due on the 25th, and I'm just putting out there that he might top himself rather than going to trial, and that may be something associated with the 24th, the day before the trial, which is on the 25th. So I just want to kind of put that warning out there. Look out for Paul Manafort. Again, it could be associated with Donald Trump, but considering the trial the next day, I think it has more connections with Paul Manafort. So looking out for that. And then I was looking at the hangman even closer to try and determine whether it's talking about Paul Manafort or not. I'm not sure, but I do think the X and the V may be connected to the 25th, which is the day of the trial, or it could be XX. The mouth could make a 1, and then the tongue could be the V, which could translate as 24 or 26 if you put the 1 on the other side. But if you put the 1 on this side, then it's 24. So just looking out for that. But at the same time, I was noticing the only 2 letters shown in this frame are the letters E and the letter V. And I was thinking, just coincidence, but this video doesn't really have coincidences. If they wanted to show more, they would zoom out. If they wanted to show less, they would zoom in. So this is exactly what they wanted to show you in this particular frame. And that made me start thinking of adding the numbers of the letters in sets of 2s, because there's 6 letters displayed in this hangman game. E and V, 5 and 22, comes to 27. When we look a bit further and we see the rest of the letters, I know what they are, but I want to show you. O and L, that's 15 and 12. That's 27 again. Maybe just coincidence, but looking out for it. And then the last letters are T and N. and that's 20 and 14. Adding together, you get 34, or 3 and 4. Maybe a coincidence, but I am looking at August the 3rd and August the 4th, as well as July 27th. So all of those dates can be taken out of these letters in groups of 2s. So I thought that was interesting, and I thought I'd just bring that to your attention. Maybe it's nothing, but you know, there are a lot of references to the blood moon, July 27th, the number 15, which is the 15th lunar day, and emphasis on the 3rd of August in various different depictions here. So just wanted to update on that one. Look out, I don't know if it's going to happen, but look out on the 23rd, which is actually tomorrow, sorry, not 2 days away. 22nd of July at the moment. Look out on the 23rd for a possible fire, Trump Tower, Mar-A-Lago, something else, a well-known building, most likely, or a big fire that makes the news. Not all fires do make the news. 24th, day before Manafort trial. Look out for any news about him topping himself, in particular, hanging. He may not. He's, you know, kept himself all this time, but, you know, all this time he hasn't really had a trial. So his trial's just about to start. We'll see what happens. And if those two things happen, then it's more likely the next scenarios coming up 2 days after that, on the 27th, would happen. So, you guys, have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and may the Heavenly Father bless you.